of 2. I'll go through his little stats. Courage of 5, ER of 2, repair of 9, which repair of 9 is pretty standard for most heavies, really. 9, 8s and 7s, that sort of thing. Yeah, VMAR1, FN of 7, weapon strength of 2, 2 attacks versus 1 target, can't fire in melee. The next bit, the fire and move is a typo, because he's only got 1 movement. It's a shame because you'd have thought, considering what it is, he should have 2 movement, but... And then he's got VMAR2, FN of 8, weapon strength of 3, can't fire in melee, set and rip, must stay still for 1 turn, 2 attacks versus 1 target, single T firing zone, so it's the small T thing basically, like that. Personal abilities, precision, -1 FN, 1 on Overwatch, which there's a point. Eyes in back of head, cannot be attacked from rear, treat like flank, so not +2 strength and +2 tit, +1 tit and +1 weapon strength, which it's not bad. You don't really use the heavy, really, do you?
Not really, no. I've got my own little set of 5, which is these ones. These work for me.
The demo, the Pathfinder, the Forward Observer, the Dynamo and the Sniper, which...
Yeah,
they're kind of the ones you really want to go for. The heavy is not bad, but...
not the best heavy in the game.
No.
No, by a long way.
I mean, you can stand still, set and rip, and still fire your basic version, which... Okay, at least you get something to fire off, but... guys, it's not really the best, it has to be said.
If you want to use it, go ahead and use it. But, yeah.
I mean, I suppose you could swap him for the demo if you want a bit of range, but the demo, you're going to get in contact sooner or later. And then, with the 7th, we've got the Spy, which... neither of us have actually used the Spy yet, but I do want to try the Spy out, which should be really powerful. MP of 3, reaction of 6, armor value 1, armor failure of 5, blood of 3, so pretty standard so far. Courage of 5, so she might run away a bit sooner. ER of 2, repair of 5, repairs armor pretty quick. She's got sword, range M, melee, weapon strength 2, melee +2, brackets 3, we'll get on to that. 1 attack versus 1 target, it's a sword really, what more do you expect? Multi-tool, +2 to repair rolls, is pretty good really. I don't know if the FAQ where you can use it on other models, but at the minute I'd say no. But, you know, if it can be used on other models, that'd be really, really powerful. Tasks take 1 round less, I suppose that's for campaigns and such like. Can use repair attack in hand to hand to cause broken armour, no failure checks. So repair of 5 and +2 to repair roll, so you need a 3. Right, if you've played Mass Effect, it's basically the same thing where you use the Omni tool to break armour and such like, which I'm going to have to see about using this more really. Counter strike, counters when hitting hand-to-hand combat, so gets 1 free attack. Fighter can attack at the end of a move +1 melee, so gets +3 to hit target. You've not actually used the Spy either.
No, I've got my set of 5 and that does me.
It'd be tempting to use it as a sniper. Again, probably switching out the demo just to get a proper close combat punch.
Yeah.
So, seeing as you're the expert on these...
Well, expert, yes, thank you.
How would you use them, really?
Well, they're obviously a ranged faction. They have 0 combat ability whatsoever apart from the Spy, which I haven't used. So, good lines of sight, good cover is essential. Because you need, if you take these 3, which I do every time, you need to keep these 3 alive as much as possible. So, just so you can fire the nuke, basically. I mean, once you've done that, then you can you're free to move about more. Elevation is brilliant. You know, if you can get to if you get to one tier, maybe even 2 or 3 tiers of elevation, that's even better. Especially for him, he needs to see, you know, line of sight for the nuke. Elevation for the sniper is essential as well, purely because she has FN of 5, which is awesome anyway. If you can get her higher up than a potential target, then what she needs to hit goes down even less. Standard firing number for her tends to be a 3. You know, you're higher up, you're in the open, she's going to kill you, basically.
Quite good if you put her near the dynamo, really.
Yeah, if you can get a situation where she is within 1 card length of him, then her FN goes down to 2.
So them two near each other.
Pretty much. There isn't much she can't hit. Even better if you get a 10, you get a headshot, you get a dead opponent, which is hilarious. The biggest selling point with these, we talked about it, is the nuke. It has to be touched on again, just because it's so powerful.
Yeah, we haven't really gone over the nuke too much, but...
because he has nightmares, that's why.
Mummy, don't fire it again!
It's basically...
Oh, you want that? Yeah, that's it.
It's this
So
template.
just put
Yeah.
from that base, and it's...
As long as this guy gets within 2 card lengths with that, you fire this nuke. You roll a 3 to hit. It's an unmodifiable 3. You can't alter it in any way. It's a 3. Cool thing is, it doesn't really, even if you don't roll a 3, it doesn't exactly miss. You just don't use
The strength 3
one. And then the unlucky guy that you choose to be in the middle of this 2 card template, he takes 2 blood at strength 3. Then the 1 card length away from the target, like that becomes a strength 2. And then this one is a strength 1. So it does get weaker the further you are from the target, but it still does 2 blood.
Against factions like Kenvar or Sadafu, it's really, really powerful.
See, this is where this guy, the demolition, proves his worth, because
Definitely.
he uses his acid grenades, melts away your armour, lowers it permanently. If you can get the armour down to 1, then everything's guaranteed to take 2 damage. And you know, that's where the synergy comes in, using them together. Yes, firing the nuke, sometimes you're going to lose him, but you know, that's his job, is there to fire it, make sure it gets fired.
I suppose you could use the forward observer to sneakily go near enemies so they lose the cover, really.
Yeah, I mean, if he does anything once you've fired the nuke, then that's a bonus, you know.
Congratulations.
Yes, pretty much. Although we did play a game once where he won it because he was the only one left on my team. So that was the one time that he did stuff after the nuke had been fired. I mean, 9 times out of 10 he dies. So, but even should the worst happen and one of these 3 gets killed before the nuke fires, it's not the end of the world. You still win the game. They're still an awesome faction. That's not the only trick up their sleeve. I mean, they're pretty awesome anyway. Everything's got armor failure 6 apart from the spy, so pretty average that way. The
armor repairs a bit high, but you can still move a little bit, so it's not really the end of the world, and you get bonus when you've been damaged, so give or take. Now there's one thing to go over if you want to get these. How easy were they to put together?
Not bad actually. They went together pretty nicely. There was 1 or 2 that was a pain in the arse. I mean, I don't know about the spy. I didn't build it.
The spy only comes the 2 arms and the tabard, not the tabard. The thing what the sword goes in. That were separate, but pretty simple, really.
I mean, mostly they come in legs and torso. Sometimes 1 or 2 of them a single piece like legs and torso. Then you get one or two, like the heavy had to put the torso onto the top of the legs. Then you put the arms, head. You know, there's not really much to go wrong with assembly. It's pretty nice. Nice looking models as well, nicely sculpted, clean. You know,
That's the thing about these. There's hardly any flashing and whatnot on them whatsoever.
No, there was. In terms of detail, you know, they're pretty clean. There's like nice straight lines, armour plates. They're an attractive looking army.
How easy were they to paint? I know I had some. I'll get on to that in another video because I'll have to show you the detail on them and how bad they went. I didn't think they were too bad to paint, to be honest, but seeing as these are better quality, how good did you find them to paint?
Well, to paint they was pretty nice really. I mean the detail lends itself, you know, it picks itself out as you paint them. I mean I have chosen to do them in homage to Power Rangers. So you might together we have yellow, black, green, red, blue, pink, white. Pretty much because he said they come from Japan.
Well, yeah.
So I thought, I know.
The standard colour from Forum is orange, greys and blacks really, and a tiny bit of yellow. But it's up to you really. I mean, I've seen online a number of different colours really.
As with many different war games in existence, there isn't a hard and fast rule as how to paint anything. You can stick to the illustrations that comes on these nicely drawn cards, or you can go a bit mad and like I did with these. You can go a tiny bit more insane and give them names. We've got Jason, Billy, Kimberly. That's why she's a her, because she's pink, and so on.
Right, so, and with that, hang on. Apparently I've got to go back to Japan, so we'll end the video.
Yes.
And say good night.